Welcome back to another Tera Plays Tera video. Welcome back when another Tera does news on Tera. Now, if you guys haven't been familiar, I've been doing this news channel for a while. Normally I have a little funny bit I do, but I apologize, I don't have any of that. I also don't have a poll for this week on Twitter. This is due to, one, I've been crazy busy with stuff, and I am going to try to post a few videos this week. There's a lot going on in not only Tera console, but other versions of Tera that I want to, get information about as soon as I can. While also my setup that I apologize, you can't really see it too well from camera. That's going to be changing. I want to take down my whole studio and live streaming setup and revamp it. So just an update on me, I will have videos recorded and posted throughout this week. It's just it's gonna be either stuff that I'm doing exactly all tonight, this being the first one, and just trying to get stuff out for throughout the next week, so that I can take this week to break down this desk. Thus why I don't have any updates on, I won't have a poll, I won't have, like I said, I couldn't think of a bit. So that's the thing, but there is quite a few things I do want to discuss in this news update that I usually discuss, and we'll go over that stuff now. So we will cover last week's poll, or 2 weeks ago, whenever it ended, about stigmas. For the most part, it feels that people want attack and defense stigmas buffed. I do agree with this, and if the cooldown reduction builds aren't going to get a nerf or a hard cap or changed in any way, the least the devs will hopefully do is increase the amount of damage attacks give. I think defense stigmas need a huge overhaul and changes of roles. That it's just ridiculous that there's really only one good role on defense stigmas, when they could add some cool crit power. They can add some, front damage rolls, not just enraged damage rolls, or aggro, my bad. Enraged damage is also something they could add to them. I know those are on attacks, but they could do different for tanks for that purpose. So defense stigmas just need a whole change in what they can offer, I think. And attack stigmas need to be balanced with the cooldown reduction builds if they're not going to, like I said, hard cap those. But hopefully we see a change in how stigmas work in the future. So that's kind of just last week's poll. Only a few people voted on stuff, and for the most part it was balancing. What it came out to, people just want stigmas balance. There was very few people that said they wanted CDR really nerfed, but a lot of y'all in the comments have suggested that, cooldown reduction's a little crazy, but there's always still people that, will want to quit if they get their builds taken away with the cooldown reduction. So I think the devs are just trying to tread water lightly, which I can't blame them. The previous people who built these stigmas really dug a pretty disgusting hole. So that's the poll. That's all I want to talk about stigmas today. I don't want to go into the whole philosophy paper of how to deal with it, because really this is something that there's so much that can go into it. And I've talked to a lot of people about it on the game, Discord, comments, and I'm just, personally, I'm tired of stigmas. I'm tired of trying to think of ways to make everyone happy, because realistically, it's up to the devs. There's nothing more that I think any one player can do. The devs have to make a decision who they're going to upset, and how upset will people get, and that's up to them. So within that, let's go into some current bugs in the game, because there's quite a few bugs. The first thing being that the Abyss Raider title issue still is not fixed. I believe I sent the devs a notice. Feel free to do the same. maybe I might need to send them another one. But what's going on is anyone, if you try to go into your titles, if you had Abyss Raider equipped pre-update, pre-108, and then it went into 108, you still are like looking like you have Abyss Raider to other players, but yet you can't select any title. You are locked out of seeing all your titles by scrolling through page. You only see what's on the first page. You can't even see Abyss Raider in there, and it just basically acts as if titles are not really a thing for you to select. Now, I don't know if anyone's actually crunched the numbers and was able to check pre and after to see if the 3% damage from Abyss Raider is still in the game, but it seems like it looks like people still have it applied. If they have the glitch, they physically can't switch it. Now, if you're someone who didn't have it equipped, let's say you had a leaderboard title, or you were messing with your titles and had something else equipped and you switched when you went into the dungeon, well, you're not glitched. You should be able to put on another title, but you physically can't find Abyss Raider. It's just not there for anyone. Only the people that are locked out of selecting titles have it above their character names. This means you can't get 3% damage from Abyss Raider. Now, if you were here when IMC, the Immortal Queen, Chandra Manaya dungeon, was in the game, you could complete that. I think it was 55 or 77 times. I forget the exact number. But you can also get 3% damage from that. So anyone who has that, conquering the Immortal Queen or whatever its, long title is called, you can still utilize that one, again, if you're not locked out. If you don't have either of those dungeons, don't fear. It's a pain in the butt to get, but you can still do Chief Pilot and get your 3% damage from that. Yes, interacting with that many flight missions sucks, but there is still hope. I do hope the devs fix this. I don't see a reason why Abyss Raider shouldn't be in the game. I think it was just an issue when they removed the dungeon. They just royally, fucked up. It happens. Within that, though, hopefully this will be resolved the next maintenance. It wasn't resolved this previous maintenance. And more news on that when we have it. Again, I'll try to message them and see what's going on and see if they can get back to me. They did get back to me about the document that I released. They said they were going to review it. They were very excited to review it. I haven't heard anything since then. So within that, going into the document, sorry, I'm a little jumping. There are more glitches to cover, but going over that document, if you guys want to read it, I will release it. Just join my Discord server, the Corgi Club. The link will be in the description below, and I'll release access to that document through that server that you can then click on it, read it, view it, and see the exact wording of what I told the devs. And this covers everything that I covered in what Tera needs and before 2024 to be, a good game, to, compete with the new games coming out. And hopefully some things get changed. We'll see. Like I said, if you want to read more about that or see more about that, feel free to join the Corgi Club. Link will be in the description below. And yeah, let's get back into glitches. The next glitch, this was mentioned in the past update note fixes, is that there's a lot of issues going on with the fashion transmog or fashion overlay system. Basically, thus being that when you go into the trade broker to preview stuff, it glitches out. You can see it, but then it removes stuff from your fashion. It takes certain items off, it replaces them, they don't show to other players. You see what you should look like, but other people see you're statted. from what I understand, all of this will be fixing or being fixed in the next update, in the 109 update, which will hopefully come later this month. From what I understand, this should come at the end of the leaderboard season when they're bringing Cursed AA back. So we'll have to wait and see, but they did express that all of these issues will be getting fixed, or they're going to do their best to fix it on the 109 update. So good news on that front. There is the smear glitch still when you do. I don't really even know how to explain it. Maybe I can actually. I might be able to force it to happen. Hold up. So if I go to mounts and go off. Of course not. Can I? Or really? It's just not going to let me. Of course not. Okay, there it is. Well, it was there. Well, you saw it for that quick second. How my weapon wasn't showing and you saw like that metallic smear. This happens from time to time. It's very strange. Why it happens, I don't know. It just does. Hopefully the devs fix it. Again, it's not really like an end-all be-all issue. You just can't really see things properly. And as you saw, as soon as I switched to a different tab, it went back and fixed. Sometimes you have to fight with it for like 30 seconds. Sometimes it fixes automatically. What causes it? I think it's fast actions. I tried to do fast actions. It couldn't cause it. But it's just a weird thing. The last glitch that I can think of off the top of my head that's very important to cover is Gossamer's Vault. Now, I don't know normal mode well enough. I haven't ran it at all, actually. I've only ran hard mode. And for me, it's fine. But up on the screen, I'm going to show an image here of what some people on PlayStation are having issues with. And that is that it seems like your texture packs, Minecraft or anything, but it seems like some texture did not download properly for them, or there's just an issue. I've not seen it. Everyone on Xbox I've talked to has not really seen it. It seems like it's only a PlayStation thing. At first I thought it was an old gen thing, and it's apparently that her wings are like this unpatterned blue, almost thinking about it almost as if it's still a project in Unreal Engines or whatever, that it didn't fully compose what she should look like. So, which is this, that it's like a bluish black, I think. It's like a weird blue, mix of blue and purples. Whereas on Xbox, and when I run the dungeon, her wings are always this yellow, orange, goldish color, sometimes red. And then when she goes into the in-out mech, which this is where it becomes really an issue, is that for people on PlayStation, they just see blue. It doesn't ever change. Nothing changes. It just has, like I said, a Unreal Engine's wing. That's it. Whereas for us, we can see the interior of the wings are a dark black, and then it goes like gray and orange, which then means stay in. Whereas if it's fully like if anything, it might be a lighter gray to like these orange yellows, or closer to our natural wing colors, then you have to go out. And problem is, we see it no issue until I have people, like I said, the picture I showed, someone sent that to me being like, no, this is what I see. And I'm like, oh, you have colorblind settings, you have this, like, what's going on here? And they're like, no, I have none of that. I have all my settings set to where this shouldn't happen. And so hopefully the devs can figure it out. I'm surprised it wasn't fixed with this last maintenance, actually. This is why I want to bring it up, because clearly it's not fixed and people are still having this issue. So hopefully they fix it soon. But from what I've seen on Xbox, there's really no issue with it. It's really, from what I understand, PlayStation. But if you're on Xbox and you're having this issue, let me know. I actually really do want to know if anyone's having that issue on Xbox. But within that, the devs have changed Gossamer's and Ruinous Manor a bit. If you haven't seen the last update, a lot of HP changes have been taking place. Akalos Quarantine feels more like a 460 dungeon, or more proper. That yes, the HP is higher, but you see the numbers that you would see in every dungeon. They lowered the endurance, so it feels like every other dungeon in the game. The other thing is they've reduced the HP of Ruinous Manor, so it dies a lot quicker. Not happy about it, but again, it is what it is. And then the final thing is with that change is that Gossamer's Vault hard mode and normal mode does less damage. I couldn't really feel first boss doing any difference. First boss felt exactly the same. Well, I will say second boss, the HP of the boss feels close to the same, which I'm happy about. But I can say that a lot of the attacks do feel like they do less damage, which, as much as I really wanted that dungeon to stay strong, I think it's fair that it's equalized to be a 460 dungeon. And when it was first released, it was kind of cool that it was that difficult. But again, a 460 dungeon should be 460 and not like a 474. That's not even in the game. You know, not saying it was, but you get what I'm getting at here, is that if a dungeon's meant to be 460, it should resemble a 460 dungeon, not be stronger than, you know, a 465 or a 470 dungeon. So thus, those are the major changes. There is one last glitch that I want to cover. It just came to my mind by thinking of AAHM, and that is that leaderboards are a little messed up. Anyone who had a leaderboard time in AAHM, well, you've probably noticed that is glitched out with VS. This has happened once in Tera history that I know of. Back, I think it was actually AAHM too, back then that this happened, where it was a leaderboard dungeon and they removed it early. They replaced it maybe with another dungeon, and people still got rewards from it, but you just couldn't see your times. Now again, I'm not saying we're gonna get rewards for this one. They may fix it and then people may have to replace their times, or the game may have a backlog of saying what times we are currently getting. So don't be too discouraged, but do understand that right now there is a leaderboard glitch, and I will also try to message the devs about all these glitches to see if maybe they'll fix some of this stuff. But that's about it for this series, or for today's video. Not the series, I'm still going to do the series. I just apologize, tired. That is about it though for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have, go ahead and hit that like button. If any of this stuff you guys got questions on, or maybe you have questions about other stuff in the game, if you found glitches you want me to bring to the devs, please feel free to let me know and I will do my best. Let me know on comments or things you find as well. If you just want to talk about stuff you found, feel free to put it in the comment section, and I always try to do my best to answer as soon as I can. Within that is about it. I do currently have a goal of hitting 400 subscribers, and we'll do a 12-hour stream on one of the fan servers, so feel free to subscribe if you're not, as well as if you want Xbox or if you want console motivation. If we hit 500, I am still going to do my guide on how to war tank. So that's about it. Join the Discord server if you want to see cute pictures of Violet and you want to see more content, not just Tera related. And yeah, so yeah, have a good one, and I hope to see you in Aboria, gamers.